Hello lovelies, how about channeling some Frida vibes today while we do a VR response to Renee over at Meadowlark Mystics for her Rainbow Decks tag. That sounds good to me. So Renee over at Meadowlark Mystics has a brilliant fun new tag for us to respond to called Rainbow Decks, which is to just go to your deck collection and to just quickly grab the decks that correspond to the colours of the rainbow. So red, orange, green, that one's kind of green, yellow, blue and purple. So I've got my flowers in my hair, channeling Frida to remind me of the colours we've got to do. And I went to my shelf and I just grabbed the decks that instinctively made me think of that colour. And when I open them, some of them don't really apply, but for me it's the vibe of the colour that those decks just make me think of. So here we go, this is my VR response and my rainbow decks. So first we're going to go with red. So for red, the deck that I automatically think about is one that's quite new to me. And I think it's probably the colour of the box. No, actually it's more than the colour of the box. It's the Marielle Tarot. Now this is the second edition. And when I think of this deck, I do think of that fiery, hot energy. It's just got that feel about it, even though you can see some of the cards aren't red in there. It's not like predominantly red, so these are blues, but it's just got such a strong energy for me. It feels red, if that makes any sense. Think about a lot of these cards in the wands suit and the fieriness of that. There's the card as well with the tiger, which I think about that card when I think about this deck. So there is a lot of red in there, but I think I've definitely gone more for the energy and the way the cards make me think. What you brought to me, Luna? My dog has just walked up to me and dropped a chewed up stick in my lap. Thank you, darling. That was really lovely. Thank you. Now this is the card that I think of. And I suppose that's orange and yellow as well, but still, it's fiery, fiery red. So this is a new deck to me. I've done a walkthrough of it and I've done one reading with it for myself. My very first past life reading, which was interesting. And without doubt, this for me sits with red. These court cards, some of the court cards are very red and I absolutely love them. Yeah, so the Marielle Tarot second edition takes my spot for red. All my flowers keep falling off. Frida, come on girl, channel. So red, the showy fire queen Marielle. Now we are going to go for orange, pinky orange, go with it, orange. So orange, the mystic orange. It's got to be the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. Now I love this deck. Oh, I love it. However, last month I had a bit of an accident with it. Can you see? I did a reading for myself on my coffee table, which is dark blue tiles, not realising that my daughter had spilt whole cup of water on the table, which I didn't realise till I went to pick a card up, and it was the 9 of Swords. Look, it got it was stuck in the water. So I have had a little bit of an accident with this, but I gather if it's going to happen to any card, let's do it to the 9 of Swords. But anyway, this is my Mystic Orange of the rainbow. So you've got the orange borders on them all. You've got the orange backs. And it's just got that warm, mystical, wizardy witch feel about it. If this was going to be some cloaked mystic walking through an autumnal forest on a foggy midnight, it would be this deck, which I love dearly. I didn't think I would, but I do. It's a deck I will never ever get rid of, and I love it. So orange, my Raven's Prophecy Tarot, a goodie. So we've done red, we've done orange, let's go for yellow. Yellow, the sunshine, happy friend that comes along to cheer you up on a day when you might be feeling a little bit down. So this was quite easy for me. A Fairy Tale Tarot, the Inner Child cards by Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner. These are my cards that I use for gratitude. They are healing, friendly, gorgeous cards that go deep, but they do it in the sunniest way. You've got a yellow sun on the back. They are almost a rainbow in themselves, to be honest, but a lot of the borders feature yellow flowers or yellow clouds or yellow suns around the edge. And for me, it just feels like sunshine. So it's a beautiful deck. It's one that I love dearly. If any of you have seen my gratitude videos, you will know what this deck means to me. There's a lot of yellow in it, and I love it. So that takes my yellow spot, the Inner Child cards, a Fairy Tale Tarot, a rainbow in itself, but for today we'll give it the space of yellow. So yellow, the sunshine friend who tells you to come and skip when you're feeling a bit sad. This is the deck I skip with. We've done red, we've done orange, we've done yellow. Let's go for green now. And green, for me, it's got to be the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, which I love. This is such a easy reader. I can always trust that I can come to this deck, which is chock full of green. This is a walk through the forest. This is green trees and wildlife hiding in nests. This is leaves and on summer days, and you know, fields of plenty. This is green through and through, and on any day, no matter how I'm feeling, if I come to this deck, I know it's going to want to chat. You can see it's chock full of green. There could be no other deck for me. I've got the Green Witch as well, which you would think that would be picked. No, but for me, this is the Walk Through the Forest deck, without a shadow of a doubt. It's spectacular. It's fairy tale. It's magic. It's it beckons you into the forest, and I love it. It was one of the decks that when I opened it, I just flipped through it in wonder, just over and over and over again. I love it that we start with this white stag as the fall and we end with this white stag again on the world looking out. Look at the greenery it's looking out onto. This is everything about this deck. So that's my spot for green. It's a magical, enchanted walk into the forest with some beautiful friends. So the Enchanted Forest Tarot. And now we come to blue. And again, I had a few contenders for the spot of blue, but I went for the one that again, its energy makes me think blue rather than the colour of the cards, although the colour of the cards do. So this is the airy, floating, breathy, whispering deck of blue. And for me, my blue spot goes to the Guardian Tarot. Again, magical, but magical in a different way to the Enchanted Forest Tarot. It's magical in an airy way. You can imagine whispers coming through the air to you, and they'd be cloaked in blue. The energy of this deck is blue. I love this card so much. Love it. So there are lots of different colours in here. It's not just blue. But the energy is, I think it's incredibly apt for my blue spot. So if it's blue whispers and floating feeling of airiness, my blue spot goes to the Guardian Tarot. And then for my final spot, the colour purple. Anybody who likes purple knows that purple is quirky, it's unique, it's slightly odd. It's the Prince Purple Rain guitar solo. It's the weird shoes when you should have office shoes on. It's funky boots and weird vintage clothing. Purple is the artist of the rainbow, and I love purple. And for me, the place goes to the Tower of the Sweet Twilight. There is some purple in this deck, but again, for me, the second I think purple, I think the quirkiness of this deck, which I love. This is one of my favourite decks. So, you've got purple-haired girls in there. Another purple-haired girl. You've got Temperance with purple wings. And although a lot of these cards are full of rainbow colours, the muted tone on them just screams purple to me. It feels like it's got an invisible wash of purple across all the colours. I don't know if that makes sense, but I know what I know what I mean, and I think if you've got this deck, you will feel it too. Even if you can't see purple in the card, it feels like it's got a wash of purple over it. It's a unique deck. Its imagery is spectacular. The purple-haired girls screamed, "Pick me, pick me." And to be honest, there was never going to be any other deck that was going to sit in my purple spot with purple clothes, purple emperors, the Queen of Wands in her purple jacket, or the Knight of Wands riding away on his purple horse. For me, this is my purple deck. So Tarot of the Sweet Twilight, my purple deck. So that's it. That's my rainbow decks. My red, orange, yellow, green, blue and purple decks that make up my rainbow. I will link Renee's video down below for anybody wanting to find the original video for this tag. So thank you, Renee, for this fun tag, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. See you next time.